Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Hi.
Boy, where are we, Dan?
We're in the back of an Uber.
We're in the back of an Uber on the way from Philadelphia to New York for a very fancy podcast event.
Yeah, two of them actually.
Barstool.
Yeah, Barstool and
Sports.
Baritone. Yeah.
They're trying to pick us off. They want us to be on there. I don't know if that's going to happen, Dan.
We'll see. I don't know that that's even true what you just said.
No, none of it probably. But I do know this. In honor of today's sports show, I'm going to take a knee in the back of this Uber. And
yeah, let's do it.
Just Kaepernick it. I'm going to Kaepernick the whole thing.
I've actually been trying, like, when I play Madden, I've been trying to get my guys to kneel, and they just won't do it. They haven't added that into the game yet for some reason.
By the way, super shocked that the NFL is allowing Nike to run that campaign.
Oh my God!
3 days before the opening season.
Yeah, you would think you would, like, if you have bad news, typically you want to put that out on a Friday in the afternoon.
Late Friday afternoon is when you drop the hammer on, like, horrific news.
Yeah, not 3 days before the NFL opener.
No, and you're literally trying the entire summer to get NFL fans back to watching again, and then you just said, you know what, 3 days away? Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that was very
strange. Like, Nike, I don't know if they have do they have the contract with the NFL, or is that Reebok? Somebody's got the 90% of it. There's a weird rule in there where, like, certain players are allowed, like, only 10% of players are allowed to wear other products. Like,
I don't know.
It might be Nike, but either way, man, I know the ad is going to run during the NFL opener. You and I will be at the NFL opener. Feagles.
Yeah.
Falcons, Eagles.
Feagles.
Or I'm thinking about Jeff Feagles. I think it was the punter for the Philadelphia Eagles back in the day.
I don't know.
I don't even know if that's true.
No one remembers any punter ever. I don't know why you even brought that up.
We're not fact-checking today.
No, we're not.
No. We could literally say anything, and we're definitely not fact-checking today.
You know what, though? Your tacit approval, guys, of everything we say without checking any of the facts means the world to us, so keep doing that.
Yeah, keep being you.
Don't check anything we say, please.
Nothing of what we say. Don't even fucking bother with it. But bother with the sponsors. First and foremost, we're talking about BlackRifleCoffee.com. Who do you got? What do you got, Dan, at Black Rifle Coffee? What's going on there?
I like Black Rifle Coffee. I drink it every day, as a matter of fact.
You do?
I do, yeah, because I work there and it's free for me.
I watched you drink it this morning, so you took it on the road with you.
Yeah, I do, actually. Put a little water and some coffee, and that's all that belongs in there, to be honest.
No,
but you make it how you want.
On your website, you guys sell that kit. The travel kit with the coffee.
I've got the grinder, the hand grinder, and I've got the travel pour-over kit, the camp pour-over kit. It's great, man.
Also, a fun fact about you, you've got Grinder account, and you're on there
I do, yeah. There's no E in there, by the way.
No, there's not.
If you're looking for Grinder and you put the E in there, you're gonna find coffee grinders.
Sorely disappointed.
Yeah.
If you're looking for gay anal sex, type it in without the E. If you're not, then you're gonna get one on BlackRifle.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And Black Rifle, we have.
This is the best ad ever for Black
Rifle.
It's
terrible.
Coffee.
This is terrible. But we have.
It's not. You have brown beans shooting out of a tight hole, straight into bags across the United States of America. And it's a dookie pleasure. That's what people call it.
Yeah, it's delicious. I love it. But yeah, we've got a lot of new content coming out soon. You've seen Crispy Omar Villa's It's Who We Are.
Yes.
And there's some other BRCC Presents stuff coming out soon, talking about people in the community, first responders and veterans that you're gonna like. So keep an eye out for that stuff too.
The other cool thing is I did a one-on-one with Crispy that's coming out later on in the year, and no shit. That is the most powerful episode of Drinkin Bros I think we've ever done in our history. I got choked up during it. Like, that shit never happens to me.
It's right up there with Derek White's one-on-one.
Man.
Very good. Both of those are
really powerful show. Crispy's an amazing dude. Anywho's, go to BlackRifleCoffee.com. Type in the promo code SPORTS for 20% off. Look at that.
That's 20.
Ah, it's nice, isn't it? Next up, we've got ExpressVPN /Drinkin Bros. We had a discussion about them in the lobby today.
Yeah, we did. It's interesting how much of your personal data gets lost. As a matter of fact, on Thursday, a new debit card came in the mail for me from my bank, and I started to. I never look at my bank account, right? So I look at my bank account.
That rich.
I look at my bank account to activate my card and see a bunch of Grubhub charges from New York City. I'm like, well, I'm not there, so somebody has my information.
No fucking way.
This is just one of those things, guys. One of those things you got to do to protect yourself from people getting your information. If you're a business person and you work off site a lot and you need to get into your server at the company, all this stuff. I mean, they help protect your information. And your information in the digital age, that's who you are now. So
and it just runs seamlessly in the background. So like that's all you have to do is click it and then boom, you're good to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go to expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros. They're going to give you 3 free months. It's only $7 a month too.
Yeah.
So if you hate it, fucking cancel it. Who gives a shit? It's only $7 a month. And again, at expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros, you get 3 free months for free to try it out. And again, dude, if you hate it, cancel it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and we talked to those guys quite a bit, and they feel the same way. If it's not for you, then don't use it. But
exactly.
I'm telling you, you're a person in 2018, you use the internet because you're here listening to us, you're going to need to use this product.
Yeah. Yeah, so go to expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros and just pull your shit together, dude. That way anything won't be ripped or stolen from you.
Be an adult.
Be an adult. Last but not least, we got ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Laying down. Ooh. Fucking, if we could have put a ghost bed in the back of this thing and had sex on it.
Well, all right. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be a nice surprise, wouldn't it?
I don't think Earl would have appreciated that very much.
Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. I'm not gonna pass judgment on what he gets down on. But I know this: 2 men who look like us, who are attractive, consensual adults, sharing a nice butt fuck in the back of an Uber, I think is a beautiful experience.
It is, and you know what? That's doing the Lord's work. It really is.
Hashtag God's Plan. Every time you listen to God's Plan by Drake, I want you to think of ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
There you go.
And look, get the mattresses. The reason why I'm saying /Drinkin Bros, they're giving exclusive deals to all Drinkin Bros members, and you're getting like $100 off a mattress, $400 off like bundle packages. It's the fucking best.
Pillows are great too, by the way.
Whew.
They have the best pillows
on the planet. We're not going to wade too heavily into the Colin Kaepernick thing today, because we've talked about it for 2 years. Truthfully, I'm done talking about a backup quarterback.
Well, now he's not even a quarterback.
No, but when he was a backup quarterback who can't get a fucking job, I'm done with that.
Yeah, I just don't care about this at all.
I'm done. I'm done caring about it.
Congratulations,
Although the
memes
Nike
that are coming out of this
are the best in the world.
Are so good. Oh man,
the one for Skyman's my favorite.
Yeah,
I made a T-shirt
for Skyman.
I made a T-shirt with my buddies led by Iron. And there was some people who were like, "Hey man, you fucking died." He went out like a champion. Is what he did. I'm not even gonna be mad at that. Even like if my wife did that, I'd be amped about it. I'd be like, "Well, I'm raising 2 kids on my own," but she fucking barrel rolled a commercial airliner, so I'm amped about that.
Yeah,
that whole shit.
That's the way to go, folks.
I'm probably a disgusting human being. Let's get to the week, shall we? We got NFL season kicking off. We're live from the opener. Eagles are getting their banner raised, their championship rings on their dirty little fingers, and we're here. We're live in the City of Angels. Is that correct? No.
No.
Brotherly sex? Nope. Love.
Love. Yeah.
Brotherly love. We're here for the opener of it. I want to get into last week's stats because
this is just going to be Ross fluffing his own pillow over here. Jesus Christ! You know what? I've had to hear about this shit all week. Oh, I got every pick but one right. I don't give a fuck, Ross. Okay.
Here's the thing. So our chief sponsor for the show, which again is why we're going to run down the spreads here as well as pick all the winners, is mybookie.com. And if you type in the promo code Drinkin Bros, they double your deposit. So anywhere from $40 to $4,000, they'll fucking double it, and then you get to bet. Last week at mybookie.com, if you bet with me last week, you are a very, very rich man.
Yeah.
I only missed one game in the top 25, and I only missed 4 games against the spread out of the entire top 25. I don't want to say hashtag Rostradamus on everything that I've ever done, but it's true. And I kept getting hit up all weekend of like, dude, you're a fucking cocksucker. Because there was a couple people who were like, dude, you're a Homer Ohio State fan. They'll never cover 39 points. They hung 77 on the board. Not only covered, but covered easily.
Yeah. You know what excites me about that is that now that TCU Ohio State game in 2 weeks that we're going to be at.
Boy, that is going to be a sexy game.
TCU threw up 55 too.
I know.
So
that's going to be a sexy game, and it's essentially a home game for TCU. I bet Ohio State travels well. Both of us will be traveling to that game, and get your bets in now, fuck faces. But look, we're going to start with the NFL on mybookie.com. First game of the week, Falcons-Eagles. Spread is, oh no. Spread is down to 1.
Is it 1? It was 4 all week.
I betted it 4 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
I told you, motherfuckers. I took the Falcons with 4.
It's because Nick Foles is starting.
Yeah,
right?
Too bad. I picked it 3 fucking weeks ago. I even put it on our Drinkin Bros Sports Facebook page. I said, look, come and bet me. Come at me. Falcons +4. Now it's down to 1. You fucking pussies.
Yeah, to me, a +1, they may as well just go even.
Wow. So Philadelphia's
they're getting +1 just because they're
game.
at home. That's it.
Over under is 45. Who you got in this? Look, I'm still sticking with the Falcons on this.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, it depends, right? How Matt Ryan plays. Philly's defense is no joke. We all know that.
Look, Fletcher Cox was on the show. Their defense, he's looked lights out in preseason. Their defense is great.
Yeah, if you guys haven't listened to that interview, you might notice that he's only interested in killing other people.
That's it.
That's all he really cares about.
He doesn't care about being hilarious or anything else. He just wants to kill other people on the field.
I love it. It's awesome. I can't wait to watch him play.
Are you sticking with the Eagles in this one? Because a few weeks ago you were saying Eagles.
No, not with Foles starting, no.
He's looked like shit in the preseason. Yeah. I think he had a beautiful, fun run, and that was, a nice Rudy moment for them. Yeah. But
I'm also kind of curious how Bennett's going to get into their defensive scheme.
I think he'll fit in fine. I just, with Foles, I don't know. And it's simply because he's looked like shit in the preseason. So I'm going Falcons. Next up, we got Steelers-Browns.
Well, what's the over-under on that one?
Exactly. And here's what I find curious about that. First of all, the over-under on that Falcons-Eagles game is 45. I don't know, and I'm not going to tell you to bet that, simply because both defenses are pretty decent.
Yeah.
And with Foles starting, I don't know, so I wouldn't touch that over. But I'm taking the Falcons in the other one. Steelers-Browns, over-under is 45.5 in that. And Pittsburgh is only a 3.5-point favorite. That's surprising to me. I would have said, without looking at the spread, that was a touchdown.
And that's with I'm assuming Taylor's still going to be starting, right?
Le'Veon Bell has not reported. They have just broke in and said he is not reported to camp today. You're 4 days out from the opener, and he hasn't reported yet, and you're at Cleveland, which means you have to travel on the road. Does he sit out? That's what the spread is for. They said James Conner is probably going to start. That is breaking news right now.
I'm not sure if Cleveland wins even without Bell on Pittsburgh, to be honest.
I don't know in this one. This is gonna be my first upset pick of the season.
I'd like to see the Browns win this game.
I'm going to say if Le'Veon Bell doesn't start, that's the Browns win this game with the spread. I can't believe I just said that out loud, to be honest with you. Holy shit. What year is this? They're 1-32 in the last 2 years. 1-31.
31, yeah.
I'm actually gonna take the Browns. If Le'Veon Bell doesn't show up, I'm gonna take the Browns. If he does, I'll take the Steelers in that. But I think that's why that spread is at 3.5. Because Roethlisberger is shitty on the road.
Yeah, he's not great on the road, but
Browns fans are legit. Not only do they show up and rage, but with Mayfield and Jarvis Landry and Josh Gordon on the field and Carlos Hyde, they've got a sexy, fun team to cheer for again with superstars. And if Baker Mayfield gets in the game, forget it. The car batteries are coming out on the field.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens in that first game.
Who you got? I'm going to say Browns plus these points. I'm going to say the Browns with the 3.5 points.
No, I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay.
And I'm taking the spread too.
Okay. Next up, we got Bengals Colts. Boy, is there a more unattractive woman on the planet in this game?
That is a terrible, terrible game.
Here's the thing. Indianapolis is -3 on this one. Not in one goddamn prayer on this earth I'm taking the Bengals on this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Bengals are getting 3 points.
We've talked about the Ginger a number of times.
Yeah.
He's good enough to beat the Colts.
Good enough to beat the Colts. I still, look, I haven't seen a lot out of Andrew Luck, and what I have seen in the preseason hasn't been spectacular. This is his first regular season game back in fucking close to 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bengals in this one with that 3 points. Man, that's crazy.
You got to think there's going to be some cobwebs.
They're giving them 3
rust.
points. This is insanity to me. Titans Dolphins.
Again, I don't give a shit about this game.
No.
I mean, Mariota's going to light the Dolphins up probably.
Look, Tennessee's at -1.5. I'm with you on that. I'm a believer in the Titans this year. I think this is a playoff team. I think they sneak into the wild card. I've said this before. The Dolphins I hate across the board.
The Dolphins are probably the worst team in the NFL, right?
I think I would have. You know what? I want to scratch that because I said this a couple weeks ago that I thought the Dolphins were the worst team in the NFL. I'm going to change it to the Buffalo Bills now, with the Dolphins being the second worst. And if you're out there in fantasy football, it might not be a bad idea to scoop up the Patriots defense with how fucking awful these two teams are in this division. I'm going to go the Titans on this one, 1.5.
Yeah, I for sure. I think
it's at Miami, but I don't give a shit.
No, I don't care about that.
I don't think Mariota has any setbacks from last year. I'm gonna go with the Titans on that one. Next game up on the schedule is 49ers Vikings. There we go.
That's a really interesting game.
Yeah, and this spread makes sense. It's 6.5, -6.5. It's at Minnesota. I understand that. That's a touchdown game.
Yeah.
That could go either way. Look, as a gambler, I'm not touching that game since we have a sports show and I have to pick a winner on this. I'm going to say the Vikings win this game. It's going to be close, but this is not a game I would bet on.
No, I wouldn't bet on it this early in the season for sure. But I think just intuition-wise, I think the Vikings are going to be a much better team throughout the season than the 49ers are going to be.
So do I. I believe in Kirk Cousins, man. I like that guy a lot. And I think their lineup, look, Dalvin Cook's probably going to be limited opening game. Again, that's too tough to call, but if I have to make one, I'm going Vikings. Next game up, we've got Texans at the Patriots. Spread is -6.5 for New England. Look, the last time the Texans played the Patriots, it was arguably one of the most exciting games ever. Like, I loved it.
Yeah, it was great. I expect some points to be scored, which is interesting because both teams have pretty decent defenses too.
Deshaun Watson, man. I look, Rich Eisen said on NFL Network that he was going to be his MVP choice this year. He was well on his way last year before that injury.
Yeah, we'll see if he can stay healthy.
This is going to be a fun game to watch. This is another upset. I'm going to say Texans in this one.
I could see it. I think that's just your hate of Brady coming out.
No, look, here's the thing. I'm always honest about Brady. Yes, I hate him, but I am honest that he's, arguably the best in this era. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I'll still lean Montana on that one. But Brady is 2 for me, and I appreciate the Patriots' greatness, Belichick's greatness, and Brady's greatness. But I don't know, man. I think this is going to be a fun game, and I like the Texans for an early upset.
Yeah,
it's at New England.
That
too.
happens every year. A team that's a front runner for the championship always gets knocked off in week 1.
Yeah.
This might be the most prime candidate for that because the one
it
thing
happened to the Patriots last year. Remember,
the
Chiefs came in opening game and ripped their assholes open with Kareem Hunt. But this, I'm going to go Texans. Who you got in this one?
What's the spread? 6.5.
6.5 for New England.
I got New England in that one
by a touchdown. All right.
Yeah.
Next game up, Buccaneer Saints. Ugh, boy, bet the house on this, kids.
Yeah.
New England's at -9.5. I don't even give a shit. I mean, not New England.
New Orleans,
New Orleans. It's is at 9.5. I don't even give a shit that Ingram isn't playing this game for PEDs. Alvin Kamara is going to go ape shit. For the Buccaneers, homeboy suspended, Jameis Crablegs.
Yeah, he's apparently grabbed women by the pussy.
He did. He got 3 games.
He took it a little too literally.
Look, we're in the back of an Uber. Would I get 3 games? Would I get a 3-show suspension if I grab this guy's cock right now?
Yes, and probably punch in the face. But in this case, they still have Mr. Harvard over there starting at quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback.
Fitzy's fine. I like his beard. You remind me of Fitzy.
He's got a good beard.
Yeah. You remind me of Fitzy a lot. I'm going Saints in this one at -1.5, and I love this game. The over/under in this is 49.5.
I would take the over in that one.
Same.
I think the Saints drop 40 themselves.
Yeah. I think they drop 42. The Saints alone. I'd take the over in New Orleans and enjoy your fucking day with that. That's gonna be a fun one for Drew Brees and the boys in fantasy as well. Next up, we got the Giants and Jaguars. Whew, Jacksonville is -3, and it's at New York.
Wow, they're getting 3 points in New York.
Yep.
All right.
I like that. I think Jacksonville's defense is disgusting.
It's really good, and until we see which Eli Manning is going to show up, it's hard to predict what the Giants are going to do this year.
But if Saquon Barkley is as good as advertised, and he comes out and rips through this line, I wouldn't be shocked by a Giants win in this. I really wouldn't.
If he puts up a $125 in this game, that's a good start. I mean, this is a tough first game for a guy like the most hyped running back coming out of the draft. This is a tough first game
because Jalen Ramsey will be matched up on OBJ.
Yeah,
that's going to be a tough one. So you're pretty much relying on Saquon to rip open this line to get some openings for Sterling Shepard and OBJ in this one. So I'm going to take the Jaguars on this one, but I always feel bad. I always feel bad taking the Jags with Bortles. I really do. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills. Oh God, at the Ravens.
Another one that I don't care about.
I know.
I don't care about this game.
Is there a
anyway.
more worthless game on this schedule than this game? I'm going to go ahead and say no. There's not. This is the most worthless game of the week.
I don't know. Pretty much any game Miami plays is worthless for them.
Well, this is Buffalo against the Ravens.
Yeah, I know.
And the Miami game, don't care about. So, yeah, both Miami and Buffalo this year. And it sucks because I love the Bills Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go up to a game. I want to fucking jump through a table and get caught on fire.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. In this one, look, Baltimore is at -7.5.
To me, it's
take Baltimore.
To me, it's irritating that somebody sat down and even did the math on this. Like, just let it go, man. No one gives a shit about Buffalo right now.
Just say no spread.
Yeah.
Because Peterman's the quarterback. Take Baltimore all goddamn day long in this one. 4 o'clock games. We got the Chiefs at the Chargers.
Whew. What's the spread on this one?
-3.5 for the Chargers.
No way. No
I'm going
way.
Chiefs.
I've got Chiefs
all day long in this one.
I got Chiefs. I would give them 6 points.
I'm
even on the road,
Chiefs
I don't give a
one.
shit.
Yeah, I don't either. Because here's the thing: on the road, at the Chargers, it's going to be a home game for the Chiefs. Look at the crowd during this Chargers game. LA fans hate the Chargers.
Yeah.
San Diego hates the Chargers now that they moved. It's going to be an all Chiefs crowd in this stadium. You're going to see more red than blue in this motherfucker. And I've got the Chiefs in that. Take the Chiefs plus the points.
Yeah, Chiefs fans travel pretty well too.
Yeah, that's a dream matchup for the spreads. Jesus Christ. Next up, we've got Seattle at the Broncos at Denver. Denver's -3 in this one. I like it.
I'll take that, yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take Denver in that one. I still don't believe in Russell Wilson. And their defense is now... I don't want to say they took a fucking sledgehammer to the Legion of Boom, but they definitely said, fuck you guys. We're all done here. With,
well,
who's left? Is Cam Chancellor still there, or did he retire?
I think he's gone, and Sherman's in San Francisco, so...
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Look,
Bennett's in fucking Philly now. So.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham is gone. Everybody's gone from this team except for Russell Wilson. I like the Broncos in this. I think the spread is so low on this because they don't know how Case Keenum's going to be. I think Case Keenum will be fine.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it'd be different if the Seahawks, if it was 3 years ago and he was playing that defense, but that's just not the case. So
no. No, and the Broncos still have a nasty defense, man, with Von Miller and the boys.
Yeah.
I take this Denver game all day long. Next up, we got Washington Redskins at Arizona Cardinals. Boy, that's a tough one to call.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Arizona's at -1, probably just because they're at home. But Arizona, to me, has got too many new people on this team of Sam Bradford and those guys. Look, so do the Redskins with Alex Smith and them. This is a game I would not touch. So if you're betting this game, don't touch it because, look, nobody knows how both of these teams are going to perform. Gun to head, though, I'm saying believe in David Johnson, and I would take the Cardinals just because of him, and that's it. I think there's going to be a heavy dose of David Johnson all day. And look, Bradford throwing to Fitzgerald at home, first game. I'll go the Cardinals on this one. What about you?
Yeah, I like that call. I like Alex Smith, but he can't get the ball down the field. He never has been able to. So
it's going to be a lot of dink and dunks there. There's a running back by committee in Washington.
Yeah.
I'll go Cardinals just for the sake of it, believing in David Johnson. I think he's back. Next up, we've got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. That's a great game. That's a great game, actually.
Yeah, that's an early season potential playoff matchup right there, I think. I think this could be the wild card game for the NFC.
Ooh, and look, Dallas fans travel. Carolina is at -3 on this game. And I think that's the correct call. That's a tough one. That's a tough one as well to choose, man, because it's like, Ezekiel Elliott is now going to be playing a full season, knowing he's playing a full season, no distractions. Dak Prescott has no one to throw to. Carolina is hit and miss, man, in the preseason. McCaffrey's looked great. Cam Newton hasn't looked great, and to me, Cam Newton is Dak Prescott, where it's just like, what are you going to get?
Yeah.
What are you going to get out of this one? I'm going to go Carolina in this game. I'm going to take Carolina.
So you're taking the upset.
Yeah. I'm going to say Carolina in this game.
That's a good question, man. I mean, both these teams are very similar. They both have shaky quarterbacks. They both have superstar running backs. What's going to happen? I don't know.
I don't either.
Gun to my head here, I got to take the Cowboys.
I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot. Again,
I think Zeke is going to go fucking wild in this first game.
Yeah, and look, if you're gambling with us on mybookie.com, this is a game I wouldn't touch as a gambler.
Hey, it looks like our driver doesn't like the Cowboys very much.
Earl, are you going with Carolina in this game?
Yes, sir.
Are you a Panthers fan?
Panthers fan?
No cockroach around here. No boys, no girls.
Hey, look, I'm no Cowboys fan. I'm just saying.
Oh. Our Uber driver's calling Carolina.
Yep.
Take out everything in your bank account and put it in mybookie.com then and bet on this game.
It always works that way.
Yeah,
every time
it does.
Every time a surprise co-host makes a fucking pick, it always works.
Next up, we've got the night game. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers. A little rivalry game.
It is a rivalry game. Yeah, I like these earlier in the season.
Spread is 7.5 for Green Bay. Look, I'm taking Green Bay all day long.
I'll take that spread. Yeah, I mean,
I'm taking Green Bay all day long in this. I like Mitchell Trubisky. There was a couple drinking bros who hit me up and say, "Man, you really shit on the Bears this year." I haven't, and I love the fact that they picked up Khalil Mack.
Yeah, that's great for them. I mean, can you imagine being a linebacker in Chicago, like an all-pro linebacker in Chicago? You may as well just have somebody following you around sucking your dick all the time.
Living the dream. And you got Roquan Smith there. Look, it's going to be a sexy defense. I like the Bears for the future, just not this future this year, because they've got a really, really tough schedule. And opening up at the Packers.
That's a rough division in general.
Opening up at the Packers on Sunday night, good luck. I'm taking Green Bay.
No, they're going to get wiped out.
Monday night, we got the doubleheader. They've been doing this the last, 4 or 5 years, feels like. And I like it, man. My wife hates it, but I love it. We got the Jets at the Lions. Lions are -6.5.
Yeah, I take that.
Look, Sam Darnold starting. This Jets team's a mess.
They're a mess, and I like the Lions to upset a few people this year too.
So do I. I'm going Lions in this -6.5. I think that's fine. I think they win by a touchdown. I think you're safe on that. The night game is the Raiders. Home game. They're playing the Rams. The Rams are -4 against the Raiders.
In Oakland.
In Oakland. I'm taking the Rams all night dong on this one.
All night dong, huh? Yeah, that's a good call.
Rams are look, that's our sexy team this year. We love
That's
the
my
Rams.
Super Bowl pick.
Love
I'm
the
telling
Rams
you,
this year.
I think they go all the way this year, and this will be a deciding game for them.
They signed Aaron Donald to a record deal. I love this team. I love them in fantasy. I love Gurley, Goff, all of those guys. I'm all in on the Rams. This could be a horrific call on us, but
I don't know. They're one of the few teams out there that have a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense coming into the season.
Yeah,
at least on paper, man.
On paper, this team looks fabulous. So I'm not going against them. And I would go all in on this game. I think it's Rams by a touchdown, easy. And they're at -4. Fuck off with that. Get the fuck off my lawn with that stupid
they are
shit.
in Oakland, which can be a rough place to play sometimes.
Yeah,
it's loud there. I've been to several games in the Coliseum, and it's loud as fuck.
The beauty of doing this show live, by the way, on the day, breaking news is coming in with the Le'Veon Bell situation. Field Yates from ESPN just reported Le'Veon Bell's agents just now on NFL Live said he's going to do the necessary things to protect his value. My question is this. When you make a statement like that 4 days before the opener, does he sit out half the year? Because the rumor was before this season started of like, look, you can only franchise tag a guy twice.
Yep.
They've now, this is the second year of this. They drove him into the fucking ground last year with 9,000 touches. Obviously, if this is the last year you're going to have him, he knows it, they know it, and they're going to be feeding him the ball all goddamn day long. Does he sit out 5 or 6 games and protect his value for the future? Because let's face it, as an NFL running back, he's about to turn, 27 next year?
Yeah.
This is going to be his last major contract of his career. That's it. After 30, running backs hit the fucking wall. We all know this.
Yeah.
The only buddy
to be
who's made it is Frank Gore after that point.
Yeah.
But Frank Gore, to be fair, also survived 9/11, the apocalypse. Like, Frank Gore lives through anything.
Yeah, he's like a cockroach for sure.
God.
Brian Williams, I believe, was at 9/11 under sniper fire, right? So was Hillary Clinton. I don't remember. Oh, God damn it.
Just like Brian Williams, he was there.
Yeah, so I think that
I think
he sits out 3+ games.
Ooh, I have him on one of my fantasy teams too.
That sucks.
That's really gonna fuck me. This is why I went Gurley 1, by the way, in all of these drafts. I went Gurley 1 on this, and Bell 2, simply for the fact of this reason of I wasn't sure if he was going to try to pull some shit like this. And if this is what's going to happen, every fantasy owner who drafted him 1 is just shitting their pants into a diaper right now in America.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people did.
A lot of people were wearing diapers.
That's why I took Gurley first.
Yeah, I took Gurley first in all of them except for one, and just said, all right, I'm going to mix it up in case Gurley gets hurt. Then I got Le'Veon Bell. Smart move on Ross's parts.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the college football games. And again, I'm going to reiterate what we said last week. We're only doing the top 25.
Yep.
I'm not doing Ball State or your tiny ass. I'm not doing Howard. I'm not doing any of these fucking weird small schools, Alabama State or Arkansas University for the fucking deaf kid. I'm not doing any of that shit.
Yeah, no one cares. If you want us to talk about your fucking team, tell them to get into the top 25. Otherwise, we don't give a shit.
Exactly. And I want to give a shout out to Clayton Crawford, who was our guest last week, who picked the college football games. I only missed 1 game. He only missed 2 games last week. So you've got some big shoes this week, Dan, to fill. Me, I got to try to live up to last week. Good luck with that. And again, only missing 3 games against the spread. Jesus Christ. We're going to start with the Friday night game.
By the way, that's just Ross talking about himself some more. That's what that is.
Is there anything better in this world than me talking about myself? Probably not.
Your hair.
Yeah, my hair's great today.
It looks great, yeah.
Thanks, buddy. We got TCU, SMU. You know more about this than I do, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Is this a rivalry in the state of Texas?
I think any Texas team playing any other Texas team is technically a rival. They take football seriously down there.
So TCU is coming in at 16. I'm surprised they didn't move up. And they're minus 22 against SMU.
Yeah, I take that. I would say they're probably going to hang another 50.
50 spot on them.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I like that too. I think TCU by at a minimum of 28. I think they're a 4-touchdown favorite in that.
Yeah.
You can take that at minus 22 all day long.
Yeah, for sure.
Saturday afternoon's game, New Mexico at Wisconsin. Wisconsin is minus 35 in that. That is a big, big spread.
That is,
especially for a running team.
well, I mean, Wisconsin's got probably the best running back in the country, right? So it is a big spread, but he's probably going to hang 300 on a team like this.
Whew.
Probably going to go 304 TDs.
I'm gonna look. I like Wisconsin to obviously win this game. There's gonna be no upset there whatsoever. But
what's the over under?
No over under listed
over-under
on this right now. A little early, early in the week. We're doing this on Wednesday, so I'm gonna say you can take New Mexico with the points, but I think Wisconsin's easily going to win this game. But I think it'll be a 32-point victory. Somewhere in the 48-14 range.
35 is a big spread for a running team. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take New England with the points, but obviously Wisconsin's gonna win. Next up, we got Mississippi State. That's our sex team this year. They're playing Kansas State. The spread's only 9.5 on this, or 9. It just drops instantly down to 9. Mississippi State at 9. I'm taking Mississippi State on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Does Kansas State? Why is it so low?
Don't know. Kansas State won their season opener, but good luck getting me on the fucking Kansas State train.
Yeah.
It is at Kansas State, but if you've seen a Kansas State game, it's bare as shit. It looks like the fucking cupboard after a goddamn Labor Day party. There's nothing in there. Your brother and sister who are visiting have eaten everything.
I'm sorry.
Taken all of it.
Can we go back for a second? What the
Sure.
fuck is a Labor Day party?
Oh, come on. That's where you wear everything white because you can't wear it to Labor Day.
That's
I
terrible.
had a huge barbecue.
So it's like a P. Diddy party is what you're saying. I
had
see.
a huge party for Labor Day at my house.
Did you really?
New baby. Family came in to see the new baby, 10 days old. And everybody, brother, sister, mom, dad, everybody across the board came in. We had a huge barbecue. It was fantastic. But I'm going to take Mississippi State plus the points in this one.
Yeah, for sure on that one.
Or minus the points, minus 9. I think Mississippi State wins by 10 at a minimum of this. I'm good with that. Here's a really tough one to call. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Western Michigan at Michigan. Spread is 28.
I can't. No, I don't take that. No. Sorry. I just don't. Michigan's quarterback has not proved that he can play fucking football, man. They looked terrible last week. They made me look like an asshole.
Horrible last week.
Cost me $100, so
that
fuck
was
those
our
guys.
Fight Club game of the week, by the way. And I don't want to say I called that 3 weeks in advance, but I did. I think Post Malone said it best when he said congratulations in that song.
We'll get into this when Notre Dame pops up later, but now Notre Dame is being picked by ESPN to be in the playoff. There's no fucking way.
Ridiculous. They just played a shitty team is all. I can't believe it. In this one, I think Michigan's going to win, but I think Western Michigan, you take the points on this. I think you take the 28 points.
I'll take that, yeah. I'll take that.
Which is embarrassing to
I mean,
say.
unless it's 28-0, because I don't see Michigan scoring more than 28 points.
Same. It could be a push on that one. Next up, we got UCLA at Oklahoma. This is embarrassing. The spread is 30.5.
Wow.
Oklahoma's getting 30.5 from UCLA. Look, they were on the West Coast SCAD last week. I didn't get to see them play because it was late again.
Yeah.
New baby. Didn't watch the UCLA game. Not that I cared. But Chip Kelly is their coach, and you're at minus 30.5 for this. I'm going to say no on that. I think you take the points in UCLA. I think Oklahoma wins, But I think you take the points on UCLA just based out of the fact of I don't think Chip Kelly's going to get embarrassed by 30.5 points.
No, I mean, it's...
Granted, these aren't his recruits either, but like, I just, boy, that would be
that's
tough
a lot
pill
of
to
that's a lot of
swallow.
points.
A lot of points. A lot of points on that one. I'm gonna take UCLA plus that 30.5, but I think Oklahoma wins easily.
Yeah.
You were on the same with that one?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah.
The next one, no spread on this. No need to even go through it. It's William and Mary against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech moved all the way up to 12, deservedly so. They fucking shithoused FSU. I don't know what's happened in the FSU program, and I don't know if Francois is French for shitty, but that's what he looked like in that game.
That was terrible.
That was one of the worst college
I think it's
football games
Frank.
ever. Yeah, is it?
Francis Frank, yeah, but it's not shitty, but he did play very poorly.
Poorly in that one. No spread. Virginia Tech.
No. This is what I was talking about before.
Virginia Tech by 60.
ESPN did the right thing here. They didn't even bother putting a fucking spread up.
What? No.
Like you shouldn't. There should be no spread for this.
I don't think Vegas, like my bookie doesn't. They don't put spreads up like this for these type of shitty games.
No.
Nor should they, because I mean this is probably a 58-7 game, like one of those guys. I've now switched from Zima in the back of the Uber to some form of craft beer from Philadelphia. Congratulations to everybody watching this on video.
Congratulations, Philadelphia, for making craft beer like everybody else.
Ooh, that is a sour beer, which I like.
It does say sour on the can.
Look, I go by colors. I'm like Stevie Wonder. I can see colors and shapes. For everybody out there, Stevie's not actually blind. He can see colors and shapes. Don't let that fool you.
Is he? Wait. So, are you saying that Stevie Wonder is a stolen valor blind guy?
Yeah. You can see shapes.
Come on, Stevie.
It's totally fine.
Unbelievable.
By the way, if you think that I'm joking about this, go to YouTube and just do a quick search. Stevie Wonder isn't blind, and you'll see a bunch of videos spliced together of Stevie Wonder like watching basketball games, the Lakers game, where you're like, whoa, he fully saw Kobe on that fast break dunk like 3 or 4 years ago. So go to YouTube. Stevie Wonder isn't blind. Look at all the instances. There's a bunch of them. I'm telling you, he can see shapes.
And then let's start a letter writing campaign to Stevie Wonder, accusing him of stolen valor.
Oh, we should.
Do you guys want to?
We should. By the way, I'm going to say this now because we're probably 100, maybe 150 episodes past this. I interviewed Duran Duran on the show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, which was, I was excited because I like Duran Duran, but like the guy was just giving me nothing, like no fucking answers whatsoever. And I was like, because I do a lot of research on these people before we go into the interviews. And so I read that he had done a gig, Duran Duran, with Stevie Wonder. So like the guy was giving me nothing throughout the interview. So finally I just looked at him and during the next question I go, hey man, so I saw you play with Stevie Wonder. And he was like, oh yes, love playing with Stevie. It was great, whatever. And I was like, I heard he isn't blind and then he can see shapes. What do you think of that? There was a 30-second pause out of this guy. If you go back and listen to this episode, it was the most awkward I've ever been around somebody in my entire life. And he goes, all I said was, well, I hope not. Stevie can see shapes, motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. Stevie can also see.
So for the drinking bros out there, what you need to do is find Stevie Wonder and throw shapes and colors at him and see what happens. Does he duck, dive?
Yeah. Just throw like a Nerf ball at him.
Yeah.
See what happens.
If you can get that on video, I'll give you a free year of coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, it'd be great. And Dan really will do that,
by the
way. And Stevie can also see that there's no point spread in the next game. Oregon, Portland State, no need. Oregon rolls. Portland State, I don't know if that's a community college.
How is that a D1 school? Is it?
I know the football team shows up in one of those vans that everybody's got to be slow rolled out on wheelchairs. So I'm not sure why Oregon's even taking this game, but it's at home, and there's no spread on that. No, that one just catch you right there.
I like that. Yeah.
It's rare that I get you, Dan.
Yeah.
But when I do, I love it more than life.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment.
Next up, we've got Alabama versus Arkansas State.
Is there actually a spread for this?
There is actually, and I'm really, really surprised by that. I think Arkansas State might be a D2 school. Or they just either that or they just got moved up to D1. Again, we had Clayton Crawford on the show last week, diehard Alabama fan. So for any of those assholes out there who are like, dude, you fucking homer Ohio State, like, roll Tide. I had a Tide. Look, we had a Tide guy on last week, and even he put his head down in shame at this. This is Alabama minus 36.5. I take Alabama with those points.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the interesting thing about this game is going to be that Jalen Hurts is probably going to get some playing time in the second half. Like it'll probably be 35-0-ish going into halftime, and he'll probably play the second half. That'll be the longest consecutive that he's played in a long time.
I'm going to say 52-7 in this game. So I think Alabama easily covers.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. This next game is one of the games of the week, in my opinion. It's Georgia versus South Carolina, and it's at South Carolina. Playing at South Carolina is always difficult. I don't give a fuck what the rankings are. Georgia's ranked number 3 right now. South Carolina is ranked 24. Spread is Georgia minus 10.
I don't take 10.
I don't either.
I'd give them 6.5, 7, but not 10.
Yeah, I think Georgia wins this game by a touchdown, but I feel like this is going to be a close game all the way throughout, and then Fromm prevails. But we'll see. We'll see. If I'm gambling out there, gun to head, I go South Carolina with the points in this one.
Yep.
But I think Georgia wins. Breaking news too. God, I like doing these shows live like this in the back of a car because we can see what this is. The new college football AP poll is out. Alabama's 1, Clemson 2, Georgia 3, Ohio State has moved up to 4, Wisconsin 5, Oklahoma 6, Auburn 7, Notre Dame 8, Washington 9, Stanford 10. I like that they've left Notre Dame that far down because I did not believe in that bullshit of dude, all of the people on ESPN had Notre Dame as now a playoff team after last week.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to me.
Horrible. I still that kid still can't throw a decent spiral to me for Notre Dame. So I'm not entirely sold on that whole shit. But Washington only fell to 9. And if you listen to last week's show, that was my prediction that Auburn was going to beat Washington, but Washington was going to win out and make the playoffs. So now that they've only fallen to 9, still in line for that. Still in line for that prediction. Next up, we've got the 3:30 games starting, and we've got Rutgers at Ohio State. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, if you want
to
see 70 to 80 points get hung on somebody, this is the place to go this weekend.
You bet against me last week, kids, at Ohio State minus 39. Good luck doing it at 35.5, you cocksuckers. I don't care that this is a Big Ten game. Ohio State covers this easily. If you don't think so, step on up. Go to mybookie.com, type in the promo code Drinkin Bros, and come after me. I am the house for all the Ohio State games this year on mybookie.com, so you're betting against me directly, not even the website. 35.5, bring it. I'd say we house them.
Let's do
Ohio State hangs another fucking 60, 70.
Oh, yeah, I would say 67, yeah. If you guys want, my goal with this the only reason I even do this show is so that I can eventually bankrupt Ross and see him homeless with his 2 children and his wife. So please bet against him. Take all of his fucking money. I'm tired of his hair. I'm tired of his movies. I'm tired of it all.
You think Rutgers is going to cover 35.5?
Fuck no. Of course not. I just want to see you fail.
Not gonna happen, my man.
No, not this time. No,
not
unfortunately
this
not.
week. But our Fight Club game of the week next week will be Ohio State TCU. So.
Yeah, I'll take TCU for that.
I know you will, and I know you will, and I'll take Ohio State. I already called it online. I said Ohio State by 14 in that game, and I'm amped about that. We'll be there. So if you're in Dallas, come on out, man. We'll party with you in Dallas.
Yeah, and then we'll be at the Giants-Cowboys game the night after.
Yeah, the night after. So that'll be a fucking blast. Ohio State covers. Moving on. Notre Dame, Ball State. I said I wasn't going to say a Ball State. I said the last 2 weeks. I'm not going to give you a fucking Ball State spread. Here we go. We've got a spread on the Ball State game. 34.5 for Notre Dame. Ball State against Notre Dame.
I don't know.
I'm going to take Ball State with those points.
I don't know. Notre Dame, I mean, they put up what, 24 last week?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Ball State with those points. I think Notre Dame's gonna win the game, but I'll take Ball State with those points. 34.5's a lot. I would say this. I think it's gonna be close to that 34.5 mark. It could be 35.
I'll give them. I think they're gonna go 28 up. I don't think 34.5.
Okay. The 5 o'clock game here. I didn't know there was a 5 o'clock game. It's North Dakota at Washington. No spread.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no problem for Washington. Enjoy your victory and enjoy your first fucking home game. Next up, we've got West Virginia against Youngstown State. No spread in that one.
Yeah, that's. This is going to be another chance for Greer, however you say his name, to pad his
Heisman
stats.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking wrecked it last week.
Wrecked it.
And he's my pick for Heisman Trophy. So.
Next up, we got the defending national champions, UCF.
They had the parade.
They did. So it counts. They've got rings. Yeah. They've got a banner. And
they got the rings too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God,
They made
dude.
rings for them.
Jesus.
They made rings for all these fucking guys. There's no spread on that, obviously.
No.
That's a fucking D2 school. Savannah State at Miami is after that. No spread on that as well. And look, I wish there was, because I'd take Savannah State after how shitty Miami looked last week.
Shit.
They looked fucking terrible. Next up, we've got Clemson against Texas A&M.
This is an interesting game.
It really is.
A&M is a tough out, yeah. They're a tough out.
It's at
especially
A&M.
At A&M.
And 12.5 points.
Oh, I still take Clemson there.
You think Clemson by 2 TDs?
To be honest, I think both of Clemson's quarterbacks can start for other D1 schools right now in the top 25 and be better than some of the. I think they have a lot of talent there. I take them easily at 12.5 on this.
I'm gonna say take Texas A&M with the points. I think Clemson wins this game, but 12 points is a lot. I think the crowd is going to be hyped. This is the night game, the 7 o'clock game on ESPN. I'm going to say Texas A&M with the points on this.
Well, there's your Fight Club game of the week, folks.
It is. That is our Fight Club game of the week. Man, I can't believe I'm going this hard this early with Texas A&M, but I am. We're doing it.
They're a tough out, no question. I just think Clemson's got it.
We both picked Clemson to win the national title this year.
Yep.
So, go fuck your mother on that one.
Yep.
But this 12 points is, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a touchdown game or a 10-point game. So I'm taking it. That's our Fight Club game of the week. Next up, we got LSU versus Southeastern Louisiana. Didn't know that was a thing. No spread. That is a D2 school.
Wait, Southeastern Louisiana State, isn't that where Dennis Rodman went to college?
Who knows? Who knows where he was dishing out herpes first? That guy's had herpes for fucking years, by the way. What's with the SEC taking on these fucking D2 schools?
I don't know. It's got to be money, right? The university's probably paying them to come play there, right?
They are, but look at next game. Auburn is playing Alabama State. Again, no spread.
Wow.
D2 school. Fuck off. Fuck off my lawn with this shit. Kentucky versus Florida. This is at Florida. Spread is 14 points here. Florida's number 25. They're barely hanging on there. Kentucky, look, I think this is probably I think it's probably a 14-point game. But if I gun to head, I'm taking Kentucky with those points. But I think Florida wins. But gun to head, I don't think Florida's that great.
I don't think they're that great. I think Kentucky's that bad. I take that one.
Yeah. Then we got the rivalry game at 8 o'clock. This is actually going to be a sexy game, I think. Penn State versus Pittsburgh. Simply for the fact of Penn State did not look great last week versus Appalachian State, and they fell all the way down to 13 this week. This is a big rivalry game for these guys. The line on this Penn State game is Penn State minus 8.5. I think Penn State has a bounce-back game, and I think they cover that point spread.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
I think they got embarrassed last week, and everybody flipped over to that game to see if Appy State was going to upset another Big Ten team. And I think they put on a show, and I think they win by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in this game. I'm taking Penn State.
Yeah, I would say 2-3.
Yeah,
that's not a. I mean, Pittsburgh's Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. Next up, we've got USC versus Stanford.
Is this the only ranked matchup?
This is the highest ranked matchup of the week. This is a big boy game. Stanford's number 10. USC is number 17. This is at Stanford, and it's -5 for Stanford. To me, I'm taking Stanford all day long in this.
Yeah,
I think Stanford wins by a touchdown. I think you're good on that point spread.
I think you got to in this. There's no reason to think that USC is going to upset here.
Well, I think
anything can happen, but
I think they looked at Bryce Love, who shit the bed last week, who was my Heisman Trophy winner before the season started. God damn it, way to fucking ruin it on the first week, asshole. I think he has a bounce back game. I think Stanford covers, and I think they win by at least 7. I think you're fine on that -5.
Yep.
Beating USC. Next up, ooh, you know my rules on this one.
Always bet blue.
At Boise State. What's my rule, Dan?
Always bet blue.
Always bet on Boise, my man. Boise's at -31. I say they win by 32. Love Boise State.
That's very convenient.
I can never bet against Boise State in the spread. You'll never hear it out of my mouth, probably. Unless they play at Washington or somebody, you will never hear that out of my mouth. So, yeah, I'm going Boise State on this one with the 31. How about you?
I'm surprised there's a spread for this.
Really?
Yeah.
UConn they looked all right last week.
They're okay, but Boise State's a good team.
Their running back had 157 yards and a touchdown last week against who they played, Boston College, I think.
Yeah.
So,
But Boston College is to the ACC what fucking Rutgers is.
Boston College is a sleeper team this year. They've got some decent players. Their running back might be in line for a little Heisman run.
Is Doug Flutie coming back?
No, he's not coming back. They're not winning a fucking title. Don't even think I said that. Next up, we got this the last game of the night. Michigan State at Arizona State. Michigan State looked like shit last week.
Yeah, they didn't look great. Neither Michigan team looked very good last week.
No. Michigan State fell to 15. Spread is -6 for Michigan State. Arizona State is one of those schools where they've got the hottest women in America at that university.
Yeah, when a stripper tells you that she's stripping to pay her way through college, she's going to Arizona State.
She's going to Arizona State.
Yeah.
God damn it. Nothing pleases me more in this. I'm married now. But before I was married, nothing pleased me more in this world. And when I met a girl and I said, what college did you go to? And she says, Arizona State. I knew I was in for the greatest night of my life. And
it's like finding a girl that drives a Jetta.
A white Jetta.
Yeah. Exactly.
On this one, Arizona State shows up for these night games. Everybody's going to be watching this because this is going to be the gamblers. This is going to be the gamblers' last game of the night. It's a 10:45 Eastern game.
And the spread's what, 6?
6.
Oh man, I don't know.
I think Michigan State wins by 7. Gun to head, I take Michigan State. But if I'm betting this game, I don't touch it. I wouldn't touch this game.
I wouldn't bet this game, no.
No. Because, look, anything can happen, and Arizona State always pulls out some magic late at night. So we'll see. But Arizona State, just if you're up and your wife is going to bed or your girlfriend or whatever, just watch this game simply for the slow pans to the crowd.
Yep. For
ESPN
the student section,
cameras,
yeah.
It is on ESPN. Good. The ESPN cameramen, they will find the hottest girls in the crowd for this Arizona State game. And you can just sit there all night long and just have a drinking game to how many hot girls they pan to on this Arizona State game, and it'll alter your whole mind. You'll be like Bill Clinton looking at Ariana Grande's ass. You'll be ready to risk it all and try to get back for like a master's or some type of doctorate degree there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Or you could just
didn't go there.
Just go to University of Phoenix and you can
online
just hang out at Arizona State while
yeah.
you're doing it. Yeah.
If you have dial-up, though, you might be late for your online classes at University of Phoenix. Fly, Eagles, fly. I want to see a spread on the Eagles game. Do they have a team there at University of Phoenix online?
No.
They should.
No.
They should. If so, they'd be playing every SEC team this year.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Well, apparently there's no limit to how bad a team can be, and you can still play them in the SEC.
No. Since we're closing this out in Philadelphia, live from Philadelphia, we're essentially living out bucket list shit this year.
Yep.
going to almost every big sporting event there is for the entire, what I would say, fall through winter up until the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so we're going to be at the NFL opener. Then we'll be at Ohio State, TCU, Cowboys, Giants. Then we'll be at Penn State, Ohio State, and then we'll be at Pittsburgh.
The Steelers game.
Yeah.
The night afterwards, the following weekend, we'll be at the Conor McGregor fight.
Yeah, McGregor
versus Khabib.
Yep.
And if you were in town, if you were in Philadelphia, we were hosting a live tailgate in conjunction with Stateside Distillery. They're dishing out free vodka all day. Freddie Mitchell's
Freddie Mitchell, Fred X, yeah.
Fred X is going to be stopping by if he can stay sober. That's what I heard.
No, we're going to make sure he doesn't stay sober because it's more entertaining that way.
If he can stay sober, he will be on the show. If not, I don't know. I don't know. But come to Lot K. Everything is free. The booze is free. We will be there all day long. I mean, literally all day long.
We're in Lot K, you said?
Lot K,
yeah.
Yes. So just look for us in Lot K. Look for the Stateside Distillery. Look for me and Dan. You can rage with us for free all day. We're giving away prizes for the best tailgate dishes. So whatever your tailgate dish is, if it's the best, you're going to win a fucking prize. We're providing the booze.
Your tailgate dish can be a plate just full of money too, by the way.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Or you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a tiny child's hand made out of hot dogs. I think that would be a very
you're
special gift.
You're more about the artistic element than the taste element then.
Look, I think a little tiny child's hand made out of hot dogs would be a fun thing for everybody. Or it's just like, oh, what dish did you bring? Oh, these are tiny hot dog hands of children. It's a back to school dish.
Oh, it is back to school dish, yeah.
So stop on out to Lincoln Financial Field tomorrow night. Actually, tomorrow day, we'll be there from, again, we'll be there at 1 setting up. If you want to come at 1, we don't give a shit. We'll hang out. And all the way through up until game time. And then game time, we'll be heading into the stadium to see the Eagles raise the championship banner and get their rings. And don't forget to bet against us or with us on mybookie.com. Type in the promo code DrinkinBros, and they'll double your deposit from anywhere from $40 up to $4,000. Looking forward to it. Dan, fun show, man. Back of an Uber on the way from New York.
Yeah, it was awesome.
New York to Philadelphia to New York.
Absolutely great.
Earl, it's been a pleasant drive so far.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You want to that jersey to put in your video?
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
If you're in Philadelphia and you happen to get Earl as your driver, look, you're in for a really strong night. You can feel positive about all your decisions.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to Drinkin' Bros, kids. For Dan Hollaway, I'm Ross Patterson. A good night, everyone.